I'm shutting down IG Live right now.
We're back. We're back. Now, look, I have to say, I am very upset about it crashing only because all of the gold that you were giving us now is lost into eternity. So, that's why you have to make sure that you join these things right away. Okay?
Hey,
Especially if we have Jared Dudley on in his debut on Instagram.
listen, they're not shutting us down. We're keeping this thing going. We're giving you guys exclusive behind the scenes, whatever you want to know. What you guys want to know, hey, just type it in. We're going to start giving you guys big coverage here. I'm on Instagram. No better follow.
All right. By the way, and if you do have questions, we'll take some questions right from you guys on the feed. I'll tell you when. I got a couple more to get through with
Okay.
Jared, and then we'll take some of your guys' questions, and hopefully we can end it in time to save it this time. Don't crash on this Instagram. Jared, so is there anything you can tell us about Space Jam 2 that you're sworn to secrecy on?
Secrecy on? No, I'm definitely not. Bron doesn't give a lot of information. I just saw his hat out there. I was there at the Space Jam set in the summertime working out. Guys were there at 5:30 in the morning. Draymond, Ben Simmons, DeMar DeRozan, Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan. So LeBron would get up at 5 o'clock, maybe even earlier, 4:30. Get to the weight room there. They set up the weight room there. They set up the gym. He would lift weights. I got there at 5:45 with foam rolling. First one there. Bron comes from the weight room in sweat, no shirt on, gets stretched out. 6 o'clock, we play pickup. This is before the season. It was me, JaVale McGee, AD, LeBron, KCP. We didn't lose the game the whole time, 6-0. I do know Draymond's in it. Klay Thompson's in it. I'm not sure about AD, but you know what? Now that you know, I'm going to hit LeBron. I'm going to see if he can give me something, man. Listen, I don't know too much, but I know that he was working. He didn't do any summer vacation. He was there, I think, 90 straight days. I think he was clocking in. But no, I know it's coming. I know it's going to be a classic.
All right, Jared Dudley, 10, new to Instagram. Go ahead and follow him if you are watching this from the Lakers feed. I am Mike Trudell, Lakers digital reporter and sideline reporter. We're hanging out here on Insta. If you missed the earlier portion of this, Jared was spitting out fire everywhere, and you can never see it again. So just whenever you see that thing go live, make sure you click on it. The last thing that we talked about was the toughest 5 guys that you ever had to guard. And I want to say you said Kobe, Durant, LeBron, Wade, and who was the? Oh yeah, and T-Mac.
Yeah,
and that's quite a list
and Dirk are right. Melo and Dirk in their prime are right underneath. But yeah, those guys are savages for sure.
All right, for sure. So let me take us back to growing up, Jared. Like, how'd you fall in love with the game? Any favorite memories when you were playing in the circuit back in San Diego? What was that like for you?
Born and raised San Diego. Actually came up here, played in my high school against Westchester. They were ranked the number 5 ranked team, and they had Trevor Ariza, Bobby Brown, a lot of pros that played in the NBA. Won three CIF titles, 2 state championships. But for me, it was just, I was always been the underdog my whole life. Never highly recruited for college. Went to BC, obviously. And even like my NBA career, you start from the bottom, you work your way up freshman, sophomore, junior. By my senior year, ACC Player of the Year. But for me, growing up, I always knew I wanted to play in the NBA. And so for everyone out there, there's a lot of haters. You got to go for your dreams. And so I went for my dream. I improved. I was never the best until I was the oldest. So my senior year, I was the best player on my team, both college and in high school. But it took me a while. So for me, if you want to say late bloomer, I've been a late bloomer. And then obviously, I think that taught me how to work hard, how to be able to put the work in. And that's why I've had a long career. Like I said, been a bench player, been a starter. I'm what now, 14, 15 minutes on a Laker. When I play, I contribute. I know where I'm at. I'm shooting at an all-time high. But my role has changed to be able to this guy who's a mentor, but yet a guy who leads the locker room, who makes sure there's no drama, make sure everyone's engaged. And that's my role. And there's a purpose and a role for every team, for a championship team like that. And so that's what I'm here for. That's what I love. But my mom was a huge Laker fan. When I had a chance to sign with it, she was in tears. My dad was a Bulls fan because he grew up in Wilmington, where Jordan's from. So when they were married, when that finals was going on, I had to pick a side. Obviously, you go with your dad and being Jordan fan. But to be a Laker is really a dream come true, because San Diego, majority fans in San Diego, what is it, 95-5 from Lakers to Clippers? You know how that is. It is the Lakers. And so for me to be able to have that, so it feels like I'm playing for my hometown team.
Before I get to some other topics I have for you, Jared, Phil Brown had a cool question for you. He said right here, one thing I like about Jared is no matter what team he's playing for, he always has his teammates back, true professional. And then he hits you for the follow back, Phil Brown, 04,
Okay.
06. You are that dude. But so that is your thing, though. I mean, you've always found a way to not only have your teammates back in the locker room, but make sure on the court that opponents know that that's how you play too. So I assume that's just how you've always been, Jared.
Yeah, it's been like that. I've evolved in that. I think that the times that you guys have seen most noticeably, my last 4 or 5 years, I've been the oldest or one of the oldest on the team. And so when you're that, you're a leader. And sometimes leadership can come in different ways. I'm a leader by vocally, on the floor, off the floor. And so a lot of my technicals that I've had, I think I've had 6 or 7 in my whole 13-year career, have been standing up for someone. If it was Joel Embiid last year, famously in the playoffs, elbowing Jared Allen. If it's been this year with Dwight Howard. In the Dwight Howard situation, I wanted to set the tone early of how close this team was. So for me to get thrown out the game, which I didn't think I deserved, it was more, hey, listen, no one's doing cheap shots to anyone. And so I wasn't really hoping it was LeBron or AD, but I would have reacted the same way for them also, because you're not going to be able to hard foul them, flagrant foul them, and feel like it's going to be okay. It's going to be hands. And if I get technical and I lose money, I lose money. But something that, you got to be for your teammates. And when I do that, when I stand up for Dwight Howard and he says, man, thanks a lot, I appreciate it. Now when I tell him he's doing something wrong on the floor, hey, that is a foul. Hey, stop complaining. Hey, good shot block, good offensive rebound. He's now going to take it like, hey, this guy's unselfish. He's for the team. And so it's little stuff behind why I do certain things, because when I come at a guy, when it's not as nice, when it's not always positive, do your job, this and this, they don't take it in a personal way.
So to focus on Dwight for a second, before the season, we covered this in the first live session, Jared, and I thought I wasn't alone. I thought this team had the best, by a slight margin, chance to win the title because of LeBron and AD. The thing that I was not expecting, and by the way, all the vets around him, what I was not sure of was Dwight Howard able to just suddenly accept his role so perfectly after it hadn't quite gone that way in his previous couple of spots, and he only played 9 games last year due to the back injury. And right from the jump, though, he showed that he was committed to doing anything that Frank Vogel had asked. And I do think that that's maybe the most surprising, or at least most underrated, perhaps, part of this season was what Dwight's given you guys.
I'm with you. For sure, the most surprising for me, you didn't know how healthy he was going to be. I didn't know he was going to be in that tip-top of shape. And you know what? Dwight Howard was quiet, the quietest person on the team. He came in there, put his hard hat on, and went to work, basically doing all the little things, not saying it. And now he got more comfortable, started getting engaged with fans more, started showing his charisma on the court, and that just brings his confidence. And we want them to do that. And we don't mind the hard fouls. We do mind the stupid fouls at certain times, but Dwight Howard's played phenomenal. It's someone after the season I think that we need back on this team. He's got a couple good years definitely left in his body, in his tank, and he still has athleticism. And for that, kudos to Dwight Howard. I hope, I know he wanted to get his redemption back for this year, and obviously, hopefully, we can be able to do that. And it'd be a great storybook of how he left the Lakers to be able to come back and win a title, and fans just give him a salute and thank him.
All right, Delvin.Chris, Jared wants to know, or I should say he says, the thing I like about Jared is that if he falls down, he gets up. At any age, he still acts like a sick player, and he motivates a lot more people. Thank you, Jared. So little shout out from Delvin there. That's nice.
Appreciate. Hey, if I don't get up, they're gonna ship me out of here, and I'm gonna be doing another career. For me, it's I don't know how many minutes you're gonna play. From 2 minutes to 10 minutes, you got to play the same way. 20 minutes. I started one game this year. You got to give your body up. Everyone has a certain job. My job is taking charges, communicating, diving on the floor, bringing energy. It's a long 82-game season, and you don't expect everyone to have that certain role. It's not in everyone's DNA. For me, it's if I can get LeBron a little extra juice, because it's a long season. He always has that juice, but it's always something a little extra. If it's a dunk from someone else, and I ain't dunking. But for me, it's screaming, jumping up there, celebrating. It's what certain role players' jobs to do. So, man, I appreciate it. It's something that I do, and I do it from the bench or on the court. It always stays with me.
All right, something I saw earlier in the chat, somebody wanted to know top 5 hip-hop artists. And while you think, let me give you mine real quick. Now, you can include groups. I'll allow it. So, number one is Tupac. Number 2 is Tribe.
Yep.
Number 3, Biggie. Number 4, Jay-Z.
Yep.
Number 4, Wu-Tang Clan. That's my 5.
Hey, phenomenal one. I'm gonna go me.
I'm
Tupac.
38 years old, by the way, so that might...
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm gonna go Tupac, obviously from the West Coast. I'm gonna go Biggie 2. I'm gonna go Jay-Z 3. I'm gonna go Kanye 4 and Drake 5 right now. I'm a little bit stuff like that. All those ones you said, Wu-Tang and that, I just missed that coming there. I think those top 5. Drake's come on. I think he's had such a, I think the history where he's gonna be done. Kanye, probably maybe the most talented out of all of them, be able to be a producer in that. And then Biggie, Jay-Z, and Pac, legends forever, and music will be timeless.
I can't argue with that list, Jared. So in the locker room, that's been one of the things this year.
Yep.
My perception has been like, so Dwight has a big role. LeBron has a big role. Sometimes we have dueling music boxes. I know one side of the locker room and the other. What's the deal with the music in the locker room and at the facility?
It's more game. It's not even in the practice facility. There's no music in there. Not one time. So I think it's game to hype guys up. Bron has his pregame routine. Then once he's in and out of that locker room, he's in there doing yoga, lifting weights, Pilates. Bron does everything before the game. He gets there, 2:30, 3 o'clock. Dwight is after Bron leaves. He's that guy. And, Dwight has a good variety, so shout out to Dwight and that. But you know what? I just think that I'm someone, I don't listen to a lot of music before the game. I like to lock in, but if it is, I want some hype music, get it going. That Roddy Ricch we had going, Ballin' was our song for a minute. Then we went to, who else did we go? That Dior, what's his name? Man, I'm trying to think of that rapper's name.
Lil Baby?
Baby? For sure, Little Baby. But I'm talking about the rapper from New York who just passed in Beverly Hills. Man, but he was good, that Dior song. But no, for sure. I mean, we have a song, and once it's our song, we play it every time before the game. But yeah,
a lot of Nipsey Hussle this year. Yeah. Yeah. All right. A couple more for you, Jared. Just I wonder how's the body feel? Age 34. You're a pro. You know what to do. But now it's been almost 2 months.
My body's tight.
Yeah.
I ain't got it worked on. And so usually, even with the Lakers, I have my own physical therapist that I bring in once a month, who stays with me for like 7 days, just to keep the body right. Whereas if I need more work in the hamstrings, so I might do a night session. So my body's just tight because I've had no one work on it. So I do foam roll. I got the little vibrating little gun that you use that your athletes have, but it's never the same. And so that's what you are risk of now coming back is the injuries. So we need to be able to get back in the facility, the practice facility. I know they're trying to work on that. Hopefully it's safe, and hopefully the governor and it's right for everyone, not just only the Lakers, but all of LA, to begin that facility. Just start getting your body work on. It's not even the workouts, because guys are going to find a gym and be able to work out and get their stuff in safely. It's more the trainers and the weight room to get that going.
All right. How would you, and you can take this any way you want, but just the 7 different franchises that you've been at, and I'm not saying like rank them 1 through 7, but what have you noticed by playing for 7 different franchises and all these different coaches with all these different teammates? Like how are teams and franchises different?
They're not run the same for sure. There's some that are, how it is. You have a friend. You got one friend who's cheap, who doesn't want to pay for the bill. You got another friend who always pays for the bill. You got one who orders the drinks and walks out. You got a lot of different stuff. And so the Lakers are not cheap. They listen, the money is not going to be a problem for them. They're the best to connect, probably because of their history that they have, connect with outside of fans. Phoenix was very good also. Phoenix, I think, was second best of outside connecting fans. So many different appearances, bringing in the past to the old. You see ex-Lakers all the time. It is a family. Jeannie does a phenomenal job. I remember when I first went there and I gave her a hug, and I said, she says, once a Laker, always a Laker. Your family, once you're in. So I've only been here 3, 4 months, 5 months. I'm family now. So that's how it works. So airplanes are different. Phoenix Suns didn't even have their own training facility, so they couldn't even have a chef there. We have a chef there. They're there breakfast, lunch, and if you want to come back for dinner, they'll be there. Brooklyn was run the right way. Sean Marks came up from San Antonio, top of the line. I would say this: between Brooklyn, Phoenix, and Lakers, big on family. Those 3 were big on family. Some are young kids. They don't even have a family room. It's not that. Man, most players, NBA players, have kids, so your families are huge. Getting together, stuff like that. What else is different? I told you, Lakers events are the best events. I mean, Jeannie blows it. I mean, they have carnival for kids they have for season ticket holders. I mean, the events that they do. But man, to be honest with you, man, some people just don't go about it the right way, man. And Lakers,
Gotcha.
Listen, I might not be bashing people, but I would not be uplifting, just not uplifting. So what I'm saying is definitely take it to heart.
Who pays for the check the most times when you guys go out as a team? Who gets that bill?
That's a great question, because I done pay for a lot of bills. You would think I should have. I done pay for a lot of bills. People will co-sign that.
I believe you.
I'm trying to think who pays the most. Bron's in there. I'm not gonna say he the most. I will not give him that, but I will say he definitely does his fair share. AD will do his fair share, and you know what we do? What people would tend to do is they'll just throw cash on the table. So I'll grab the bill. They'll throw cash. Oh, here's my two, and then I'll pay the rest. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. So here's my idea.
Jared, you got to get those credit card points, man. You're not getting the dining points with the cash.
Right. No. I use my card. I keep the cash. That's the gambling I'm playing.
There you go.
No, but no, for real though, I would say this, that if I set it up, in my mind, I'm going to pay for it. If someone invites me, if Bron invites me, I might have those T-Rex hands go for that bill. You listen here. But if I'm inviting you, that's how it works. For sure.
All right, here, do this for me, Jared. So I'm gonna end this. If you don't mind, I'll sign you in one more time so we can take a couple questions from people. Does that work for you? Just make sure this saves. So you guys come back with us in 10 seconds. All right.
Here we go, y'all.